Um, Hello, so this is my first Python tutorial where I'll be teaching you guys a few things I know about Python, and I hope you'll be able to catch up from here and move on and start learning on your own. Do wonderful things with Python because it's a very great language to learn. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you this software called Zeal. Zeal is a software that gives you offline documentation of almost any language or library you want to learn. So it's very easy to install. Just go to zealdocs.org. I'm going to add that link in the description of this video. So right now I'm going to take it through the tutorial of Python, which Zeal provides for me offline. Once I click on tutorial, I'm going to get all these subtopics under it, and basically I will assume you are going to install Python also by visiting python.org. You get the ID for your environment, so whatever platform you're using. So let's jump straight down to data structures on Python. I'm not going to be following this video. I would just like you to know about it and look it up here. So basically, you're taking up data structures, taking up things like numbers, things like strings, things like lists, things like boolean, all of that. So you actually use them almost in all your programs you want to write. So let's get down to some codes and stop blabbling. Just blabbling, blah blah blah. Anyhow, sure. Alright, so okay, coming down here, I'm going to use my terminal. This is a quick terminal. It's very colorful. You can see I have Python 3.5 installed, and it gives me the interactive shell. So over here, I'm going to start printing and doing whatever things I want to do. So let me start with the most popular one, which is print hello world. Yeah, I guess you're familiar with that already. Hello world is just a basic statement almost everyone learns how to print. The first program they write in any language. So let's move on to some variable declarations. In Python, you don't need things like string, you don't need things like int, like languages like Java or the C-based languages and all of that. All you just need to do is the name and give the value. So if I something like the name is equals to Timothy, I also don't need a semicolon or a end of line or whatever. Python automatically does that for me. So I hit enter, I have a name called Timothy. To check that, I can just print name and I'm going to get Timothy. Now, apart from strings, obviously name is Timothy is a string, as you can see inside quotes. It can be a double quote or a single quote. I can also have numbers. Let me say age now. My age is equals to 20. Please don't tell anyone. Yeah, 20. And I can also print my age by just saying print age. It gives me 20. Now I have a variable called name, and I also have another variable called age. What about I create another variable called profile, which would contain my age and my name. So profile is going to be a list actually, because it's going to contain variables of different types. So if I say profile is equals to an empty list, I can add my name and my age to the list. I will just say profile dot append name. Now if you notice, name is not in quotes, it's not in string because it already has a value. This is where we declared the value here. So assuming it was something I don't have a value, I would have said profile.append, then in quotes I'll put it if it's a string. And if it's a number, I'll just put the number there. But over here, I'm calling what the value of name, which is what Timothy. So I should hit this. The name has been added to the list called profile. I'll do the same thing too for age. I'll just profile.append age. So when I hit enter, it's also added. I can print my list now to see all the values I have there. So once I do this, I'm going to get Timothy and 20. So your list actually does not have an order. It's arranged them anyhow it likes. That's how list, and you can loop through list in Python. We're going to get to that later. And you can do many things like list comprehensions on Python. So list in Python is very good, especially if you're coming from other programming languages like Java, whereby creating an array, which is also known as a list, is a very tedious task. You have to learn a few more than this to do that, obviously. So I think that's enough for now. I would like to play with variables, declare strings, declare numbers, declare boolean characters. You can play around with lists, or also play around with dictionaries. Dictionaries basically are things that have name and values. They are key paired based variables. You're going to have a key, and the key has a value. So we'll get back to that later on as we pick each of them deeply. For now, this is just a brief on Python, and I hope you can get started from here. In the next tutorial, we'll talk more strings and string methods.